Welcome, you're watching IPO Rush from Money9, India's first multilingual platform for personal finance from TV9 News Network. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, on this show, we get you all the buzz in the primary market space, help you understand which are the IPOs that are hitting the street and are making headlines as well. Well, for today, we are doing this special on 1 year of lockdown. Throughout, there is a coverage going on Money9 on various shows. And in this show, we are going to be talking about how have IPOs really fared in this 1 year of lockdown, especially because the buzz has been quite high. And if you see, this has been one of the busiest years as far as IPOs are concerned. We've seen oversubscriptions and heavy listings like never before. So let's just take a look at how have IPOs really fared in the last 1 year of lockdown. So far in FY21, let me tell you that the companies have raised about 34,000 odd crore rupees through IPOs as well. So a whole lot of money is being mopped up through the IPO route as well. And we've seen a whole diversification coming in from the railway space, from the food chain, hospitality, QSR, pharma, specialty chemicals. So a diversification of IPOs have been seen. You know, various industries have come out with this route and wanted to take the benefit of the high liquidity that we've seen in the past 1 year. The markets have actually risen quite sharply. We did a show on wealth creators where you can actually watch out if you've not watched that show and understand how have the markets fared, which are the stocks that you should now look into, which will be the next wealth creators as well. But for now, on your screen, the IPOs that have been buzzing in action over the last 1 year. Of course, the IPO market started to heat up right after Rosari Biotech from the chemical space got in its IPO on 23rd of July. And we'd seen sharp, interest from the investors community, and you can actually see the listing gains were sharp at 57.65% for this IPO. Soon following up next was Mindspace IPO as well. This was a REIT IPO that again had risen about 10-11% on its listing day. Happiest Minds, that actually changed the game. We actually saw 111% kind of returns on the listing day for this IPO, followed by Root Mobile that also saw over 100% returns, Chemcon Specialty again over 100% returns. So in the year from April to December 2020, if you talk about the financial year, we saw just these three IPOs garnering over 100% returns on the listing day. But again, more companies were coming in shape. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders also saw about 50% kind of returns on the listing day, followed by Burger King and Mrs. Bector's that again were one of the last IPOs to really come in the year 2020. Almost 100% return was seen for Burger King. Whole lot of subscription there as well, because this was again the start of the hospitality chain right after Jubilant Food. This was the second major company that came in. Mrs. Bector's Foods, the company that actually manufactures English oven kind of breads, that actually got a whole lot of takers. About 74% returns was seen on its listing day as well, which was 24th December 2020. Moving on to 2021, so far in this financial year, again, there has been a lot of buzz. We've already seen about 16 to 18 companies come out with their IPOs so far in the first 3 months alone of 2021. However, it did start with a subdued note. Antony Waste Hand, if you see that company, it did get good listing gains, although the subscriptions were not too good. And remember, this is an interesting fact that you should know. This is the second attempt. This was the second attempt of Antony Waste to come out with the IPO. The first time it was unsuccessful, but second time that also got over subscriptions, and then the listing gains were also in the positive again. IRFC failed to tap the investors' interest. However, Indigo Paints, that stood out really in this year of 2021 so far as the IPO space is concerned. 75% returns were seen for this paints major, and Indigo Paints really joined the companies like Berger, Asian Paints, Nerolac, and formed another company, a strong company in this space as well. Home First Finance, Stovecraft, Brookfield REIT, all of those coming in the flat to positive range when it comes to the listing gains. See, Eureka got about 60% returns on the listing day as well. RailTel Corporation about minor listing gains of 11%. But again, Hirunbai Industries, MTR Technologies, very strong listing gains coming in there as well. Easy Trip Planners and Anupam Rasayan, which got listed just recently, that listed on a discount of about 4% in the equities or on the bourses as well. Moving on now to the companies that have lately come up with the IPO. Just last week we saw Lakshmi Organic Industries, extremely high subscription figures of 107 times. Craftsman Automation also got subscribed about 3 times, and both of these companies have listed today, as of today. But Lakshmi Organic, not so much of a robust move, but still in a subdued market, in a weak market, it has still managed to gain about 20% on its opening above its premium of its issue price as well. Craftsman Automation, on the other hand, has listed on a discount today of about 9% to its issue price. Now, 3 other companies that have come up with the IPOs in this week: Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, Nazara Technologies, and Kalyan Jewelers. All of them are supposed to get listed very soon, and all eyes are on this, because all of these pockets have also garnered huge interest from the retail investors as well. Moving on to now understand, which are the companies that have performed really well in the secondary market. Of course, we've seen so far these IPOs hitting the street, garnering oversubscription, extremely high interest from the retail perspective as far as the primary market is concerned. Listing gains, some of them garnering over 100% listing gains, and that has actually pushed the retail investors to flock this primary market space. But only 10 companies in FY21 so far from the IPO market space have really outperformed and have performed post the listing as well, and they've given returns of from 12% to about 153% so far from their listing price. What is topping the charts? It's Likhita Infrastructure. The last price was seen today at 329 rupees. Its listing price was 130 rupees, and 153% of return is what we have already seen. Route Mobile, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Rosari Technologies, all over 60% to 100% kind of a return is already seen from the listing day until today. Happiest Minds Technology still performing well. Gland Pharma, again, the company which also had Chinese, backing as well. Chinese companies backing as well. About 46% return has been seen. That company has really performed well. Railtel Corporation of India, Burger King still remains a favorite among the investors, still performing with 17% returns from the time that we had seen its listing. It's still at around 135 rupees per share. UTI Asset Management and Angel Broking have been the others which have given positive returns post the listing. So all of those investors who think about getting into a company after the robust IPO performance and the listing gains, these are the companies that have still been managed to give returns to investors post the listing day as well. So that's as far as the last FY21, the performance of IPOs is concerned. Let's move on to the IPO space that is still buzzing at this point in time. Barbecue Nation, the IPO is currently on. The company is going to raise about 453 odd crore rupees, fresh issue of 180 crore rupees, and OFS of about 270 odd crore rupees. The minimum investment is 15,000 rupees and 10% is reserved for the retail investors. The price band is 498 to 500 rupees per share. Moving on to the next slide now, where we will get to know about Barbecue Nation's subscription figures. So far, we have seen the issue getting subscribed about 1.5 times. The issue will close tomorrow, that is 26th of March 2021. It will close tomorrow, and we'll just have to wait to watch out and see how much subscription do we get. There are brokerage houses' views, which we have not got extremely bullish on this IPO. Yes Securities has recommended an avoid to investors. They have asked the investors to avoid this IPO completely. Angel Broking has given out neutral rating, and of course the concerns are around the loss-making financial reports that we have seen in the past from the company, the expansion which is still doubtful, the OFS from the existing promoters, the promoters pledge of about 25-26 odd crore rupees of shares. So all of those are being on the sentiments right now, so which is why most of the brokerage houses have recommended an avoid or a neutral. Barbecue Nation has already garnered about 203 odd crore rupees from the anchor investors, and the funds will be used as far as the fresh issue is concerned for expansion and for repaying some of the borrowings that the company has done so far. We'll keep an eye out on Barbecue Nation and keep you updated on the new listings as well. Well, that was that. 1 year of lockdown has been extremely successful for the primary market space. Whether this space will continue to buzz in the year from here on or not is something we'll have to wait to find out as well. Thank you very much for tuning in into this special edition of 1 year of lockdown of IPO Rush. We'll keep getting you all the market buzz right after.